The Selfish Giant. The Selfish Giant is a short story written by Oscar Wilde. It is about a giant who learned an important lesson about love and sharing, and also learned about children, strength, and the world of happiness. It is a story of a young boy who was a messenger of God and a selfish giant. Summary begin. The story begins with the children who used to play in the giant's garden after school. The garden was large and very beautiful with green grass. Over the grass, there were beautiful flowers like stars. There was the castle of the giant also.
After 7 years, the giant returned from his friend's house. He became angry because he saw the children playing in his garden. He growled and chased the children out of his garden. He built a high wall around his garden and put up a notice board with a warning. On the board, "Trespassers will be prosecuted," was written.
The children became quite upset because they missed their lovely place to play. They didn't find any suitable place for them to play. Because of the bad behavior of the giant, the garden started to become ugly. There was spring season all over the country, but there wasn't spring season in the giant's garden. The spring season stopped appearing in his garden. There was only the winter season. The frost, the north wind, the hail, and the snow started appearing there, whereas there were beautiful flowers, fruits, and birds chirping outside his garden where children were free. The giant became very sad to find the boring condition of his garden.
One morning, he saw the most wonderful sight. He saw the little hole in the wall through which the children were entering his garden. He saw the children playing in his garden. The trees were so glad to welcome the children back again in the garden.
They had covered themselves with blossoms. The birds were also flying and twittering with delight. He found spring season once again in his garden because of the presence of the children. Far away in one corner, there was still winter. He saw a small boy there who couldn't climb up the tree. The tree was covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring above it. The sight made the giant realize his mistake. His heart melted. He noticed why the spring wouldn't come into his garden. He went there and helped the boy. The boy kissed the giant, being happy.
By realizing his mistake, he broke down the wall and allowed the children to play in his garden. He also played and enjoyed with them. After a very long time, when the giant was old, he woke up in the morning and saw the little child in his blooming garden during the quick rainout, and the child told him that he was the god and had come to take him to the heaven.
The giant died peacefully, and his soul rested in heaven with God.
The Selfish Giant story finishes here. Hope the summary is helpful for you. Finally, you guys are amazing. Keep smiling, keep reading, and keep loving and supporting us.